So we were sitting around thinking about different things we could use to start fires when it's wet out there, even when our nice little cedar shavings are wet, right? So the fat wood works really well, but you have to use kind of a lot of it to get everything going. Now, we know wax is an awesome extender. I had to use that at a couple different camps. In fact, Orion Camp, I had a couple of tea light candles, but my strike anywhere matches would not light on the rocks or anything because it was so damn wet. So I actually had to spark some dryer lint with my ferro rod into the tea light candle to get it going, and then use that to get the small twigs and everything sort of coated with wax and burning. So I was thinking, what if I took the paper towel roll or the toilet paper roll that I've been using for the newspaper logs and just shaved a couple of small long pieces of fat wood and ran those down the side of the tube, stuffed it with alternating layers of the dryer lint and maybe just some real finely crumbled old candle wax that I've been saving up here. I was just going to melt all of this and turn it into, you know, cotton ball type stuff or whatever, but shit, man, this seems like maybe an easy little thing. So I'm going to put a couple together, and then we'll try some out in the woods and see how they work on some wet fires. And I think we should be able to spark these up with just about anything, even in wet conditions. That dryer lint's going to go up with a spark, certainly with a lighter or some stormproof matches. Let's check it out. So the fat wood's just shaved into some smaller, tiny pieces, and I'm just going to put them around in there, like so, and then alternate the layers. So there's a layer of lint, and then we'll throw in, I want to get some real small pieces of wax. I don't want them too big. I want them to actually kind of melt. And it's the first time, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know if this shit's gonna work, right? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. So I don't know how much to put in there. I guess it's gonna be some trial and error. Okay, so there it is. All the layers are done. You can even see 3 of the 4 pieces of fat wood sticking out there. There are a couple little small pieces, tiny little pieces of fat wood. I threw them in there in the layers too. There's a couple just in there. I think this thing, so it's kind of packed down in there. I don't know if I packed it too tight or if it's gonna make a difference. But I think this is gonna really go up and burn for a little while. I put small pieces and some of that candle kind of dust in there, and I think that's going to really extend it. This should go for several minutes. I mean, there's 4 of those sticks of fat wood, a couple other pieces, 4 layers of candle bits, whole crap load of that lint. Man, we'll see. I think it's not the prettiest thing to look at, but it cost me jack nothing. I didn't have to melt any of the wax or anything. So I think I'm going to put a piece of tape kind of across here like that and leave a little bit sticking out sort of for a fuse. And I don't know. See how it goes. I brought out one of the little tinder tubes that I made. It's stuffed with dryer lint and some small pieces of fat wood and some candle wax. And I'm thinking this will probably burn for a couple of minutes. I might even be able to get this going with a ferro rod with that dryer lint in there. I remember one time I had to get a candle going with dryer lint and a ferro rod because like my strike anywhere matches wouldn't strike anywhere. In fact, they didn't strike for shit. So it was so wet. So I'm gonna stuff this in here one-handed. Is real lovely. I got to invest in some sort of a phone tripod or better camera. And then strike that guy up and let it go. I'm going to pile some more small kindling on there. So these planks over here are pretty dry. And they're coming down to some really nice dry stuff. And I'm just going to stack that up TP style. And then I've got just kind of a cross-hatched fire lay underneath, smaller, larger, and then on the bottom just some punky wet cedar stuff. When it finally gets down there, that should be pretty dry and keep it off the ground. Found a couple times out here, finally get the fire going a little bit, but you burn down so far that it sucks all the moisture out and it kills your goddamn fire, and you lose 3 hours of work. You got to start over. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna load this up and I'll bring you back and we'll give it a shot and see how it does. Okay, so I got this thing kind of loaded up with wood here. I brought out a secret weapon too. There's some fat wood here from the other camp, from the last video from Coyote Creek, and I got some in the bucket too. But I threw a few in there just for an insurance policy. We'll see how it goes. I mean, this may not even work all the way, and I'm probably gonna have to baby this thing. And god damn, I want to get this going just so the fucking mosquitoes go away. And I don't know. We'll see. So let's light this guy up and see how she takes off. I don't know. I mean, this is a total experiment. I don't know if it's packed too tightly in there. Yeah, that dryer lint's really not going up. I might have it packed too tight inside the tube. Interesting. I want to blow this out for a second. Just see if I can get that going better. Oh, I really want to test out this theory on this shit. There's lint, layers of lint, wax, small sticks of fat wood that kind of run up and down the length of the paper tube there. Go baby, come on. Moisture's probably already getting to the damn lint. Well, I don't know. Let's see what happens. There she goes.